Hello everyone, this is Loopy Liss and welcome to Planet Zoo. It is officially released, my friends, and I could not be more excited. I have already played a little bit with the franchise mode, but today we're gonna look at the career mode for the first time. Now, I did not touch career mode during the beta, just because I kind of wanted to touch on that more when the full release came, and it has came. It has come, rather. So, I'm very excited to get started. I'm very excited to see career mode, and I hope you are too. So let's have a little look today at career mode. So, it looks like we're at Goodwin House. It's the tutorial. That's fine, we could totally do the tutorial. I'm happy with the tutorial. Let's do it. How are you people? I hope you're all well. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, like the video, every little good thing. If you do enjoy this video, of course. Oh, here we go. Ooh, we got a little bit of stutter right there. Hopefully it's all good. Oh gosh, this is gonna be insane. Ooh.
Heyo at Hematu. Yeah. Oh. Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpet.
I like Birdie.
As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s.
It looks
But
incredible.
we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat.
This looks so nice.
So, it's up to you to finish everything off.
Alright, I
Don't
can do
worry,
that.
though. I'm not completely throwing you into the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a
Nancy
helping hand.
Jones.
Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Oh, Bernie. Okay. Locate the...
Hello there.
Ooh, hello.
From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
Oh, I love her voice so much. Do you hear the Welsh accent in there? Because I hear it very well, I do.
Did you know
Oh.
that grizzly bears,
Hello.
also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? But then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
Select one of the bears
I
and
have.
bring up its information panel.
I have done that. Hello. You are beautiful.
Now, this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals.
Oh, it
You can
is.
also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it.
Of course, of course.
Okay,
Incredible.
when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo
Amazing.
and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
Okay, cool. I can't move the camera. Whoops, I gotta get out of this mode. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this, just for a second. I'm gonna keep quiet when the characters are talking. And by the way, I absolutely love Nancy. Nancy, I love you. I love you. Nancy's amazing. And I'm very, very happy to see another Welsh accent around. Beautiful. And here's a
Panthera
lion.
Leo. Or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride. Although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome. Which is precisely why I handle training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head
Okay.
over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Okay, Nancy. I will do exactly as you wish me to. Alright, the empty habitat is over here. It's a nice little habitat.
As you
Amazing.
can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's
It is.
missing a certain something. Well, two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is
Okay.
in the animal trading section.
Okay, we got adopt and adopt. Well, that was
There
easy.
we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the side menu.
I did.
Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last
Okay.
thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants.
Oh, I love
When
that
you adopt
voice.
an animal,
Oh,
it's automatically
so
placed
much
in a trade
talk.
centre where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
I will do just that. But first I will say that I already kind of know how to play the basics of the game, but we will go through this for fun, because I do kind of want to follow things accurately, as you would when you first start. This
When
is the
you
thing I
ask
should
for
have
an
gone
animal to be
for
moved into
the
a
beginning, but I
habitat,
didn't.
your caretakers will go to the trade centre, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat.
Brilliant.
I've marked the trade centre's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Where? Where? Oh, I see. I did not see that then.
Well, as you can see,
Oh,
those
there he is.
caretakers
Oh,
don't hang
I
about.
love your
They'll move those
afro.
animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd
What's
have
your
to
name,
place the
sir?
animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat. But I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished
Incredible.
up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how
Amazing.
happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself
Okay,
comprised
okay,
of 4
okay.
different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be
Okay.
addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information.
Oh my.
Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's
Okay.
nutrition welfare.
Add
To
feeding,
do this,
yes.
we'll need to
Nothing's
place a
showing up
food
yet.
station and a
There they
drinking
are.
station. Now,
Okay.
each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs,
Okay.
it's a small feeding trough.
Um,
So let's add one of those
there.
and a water bowl.
Yeah. And an enrichment when that
Animals
shows up?
also require stimulation to keep them happy.
They do.
Let's
Ooh,
add a lovely mud bath for
There
the
we go.
warthogs to roll around in.
Oh, the
That
way she
bath
rolls
will
her
count
R's is
towards their
amazing.
enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
Incredible. Roll.
Nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see.
Oh, I do
Now,
love.
Our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a pharaoh state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But
like
the first
whatsits.
thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. Here we go. Let's go see some ostriches. Take this menu down. Alright, hello.
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat,
Oh, it isn't
let's
built,
pause
right.
the game. Just
Okay,
click the pause
I
button
will
in
pause.
the bottom right corner.
I gotta add a habitat gate.
That's more like it. A quick break.
That's fine.
Sometimes
I
it's a
can do
good
that.
idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way.
I can't put it.
Let's keep the game paused
Okay, I
while we
guess we'll
get
put
this ostrich habitat built. Okay.
Okay, there we
Job
go.
number 1 here is to
Incredible.
add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier.
I did it.
Every habitat needs a habitat gate.
Okay.
After all, how else would the keepers get in and out?
Length
Just
and that.
make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Let's just do the long
Right.
one.
Let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've
Incredible.
marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using
I did
a
it.
brick barrier.
Ooh, I move a bit too quick. I already know how to play, so it's a bit awkward.
Work. Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier.
Of course.
Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment.
Good point.
At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the
All
guests
right.
can see in.
I can do that. I can certainly do that. There we go. Done.
There we go. Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box.
Donation box. I'm good at doing that.
Just make sure you put them in easy to reach places like near a viewing point.
Right there.
Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
I will remember them. Don't worry, Nancy.
Now, before we adopt our ostriches, you should click the play button.
I will click the play
After all,
button.
If the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh?
You are wonderful, you are wonderful, you are also wonderful, you are even more
By the
wonderful.
way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish.
Oh, love a brew.
All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think?
I did it.
Let's get 4 of them in
Nancy,
here.
Nancy, it's fine. It's fine, I already did it. It's all good, they're on their way. They're on their way, and we're gonna add a feeding
While we wait
station.
for to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a
should.
suitable feeding station,
Just make
water
sure I get
station,
the right
and an
stuff.
appropriate food enrichment item.
Okay,
It's often best to
so...
place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Yes, I agree. Pop that there, and we'll have the food just there. Right by the window. Nice and easy peasy.
Oh, good to see the ostriches
Lovely.
have somewhere they can really stretch their legs.
Okay.
Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape.
Incredible.
The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
Okay, now, where would you
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed.
to put the
Did he do
keeper
his
hut?
speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So,
So look.
now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the
Cute.
keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the
Look
ostriches
how
and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure
Alright.
the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
Truth. Okay. So, I'm sorry I'm not doing a lot of talking, I just don't want to interrupt the wonderful Nancy and Bernie. Don't want to interrupt them, good people. Which one should I put down? I guess I'll
You'll
put that
need
one.
to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
There we go. Brilliant. Power it.
This
got a
keeper hut
power.
only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time.
That's all good.
But bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness
Of course.
negatively. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your
Power.
newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Okay, let's do that, Nancy. I will obey your every
now, the reason
word.
everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map.
Oh, don't
This
worry, love, I
map
know.
allows
Hello,
you to see
love.
what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So once you've placed your transformer, you can
Highlighted
click in the
area?
bottom left to turn the heat
There is no
map off.
highlighted area at the moment. Eventually.
Lovely work. Now
There
the
it
keepers
is.
can start using the hut to prepare food. And thanks
Okay.
to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos.
Alright, so we need to build a
Let's get on to
barrier.
your next objective then. Bengal Tigers. We want to adopt
Yes.
some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on
That's
over to
fine.
the plot of land I've marked out. It's
I
not
am
too far
doing
away.
it now. Don't worry, Nancy, I got it. I got it. I
Righty,
am
your next job is to
pretty
build
cool.
a habitat from scratch. And concrete and glass, I expect. So go ahead and build it. Just make sure that
Just
the
gonna
habitat
do this really
includes that
roughly.
big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Don't worry, love. I've got it.
Oh,
I've got
and
it.
make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Oh, there we go. There we are. Amazing. Okay, so we need a habitat gate now. Yeah, this is pretty cool. To, for people that have no idea how to play the game, this is a great tutorial, but if you want to see me kind of speed through it, then this video is ideal for you. I'm not sure how much of the campaign we're going to do. This is just something like an entrance back into Planet Zoo for me. Just so I can get more of an idea of how to
Now,
properly do things,
Bernie
but I
takes
do
safety
understand the
very
basics
seriously
that are
at his
here at the
zoos,
moment.
So we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump
Okay,
out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we'll do it is by changing
There
the
we go.
height of the habitat's barrier.
We will do
Okay
that.
then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode.
There we go. Adopt
Now
two
that the
Natu
habitat is in
Bengal
place,
Tigers
don't
as
forget to
well.
put down a donation box near to your
Donation
viewing
box,
areas.
yes, I
We
got
need
that.
every
I can
dollar
do
we
that.
can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating
Dollar?
instant noodles for lunch.
Okay, so we'll put the donation box here.
Okay, that's the
Actually, I forgot a
habitat boundary
window.
complete, the habitat gate's in place, and most importantly,
Ooh.
the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore.
I'm not allowed to
I
do
think
that.
it's time we adopted those tigers.
I can't put a window in anymore. It won't let me. It won't. It really doesn't want me to do it. It's... Okay, I will just adopt them then. I will do it. Protesters have arrived at your zoo. What's wrong? I haven't done anything yet. I haven't... What's wrong with the animals? Oh, there's people visiting here. Yeah, but who... What's the protesters for? I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, so move these here, clearly. Make sure they're both coming in.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival.
Okay, let's
We'll
do it.
start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
I want to add water first. See? Wait, okay, a feeder you wanted, a feeder. That's fine, we can do that. So I kind of want the windows to be on almost all sides except this back wall. So I'm thinking we could put the feeder right. Yeah.
Yes, that'll do nicely.
Yeah.
Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will
Incredible.
also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
I will do that. Blood pumpkin. Right there. And a rubbing pad. Just about kind of there, maybe.
Okay, it's really
Yeah.
starting to take shape.
It is.
Now, the tigers will need
Smart,
a
me.
shelter in their habitat, so they can hide from the guests, or more likely, the bad weather. Although, given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather.
Wait.
Go on, add a shelter to their habitat.
Wait,
You can
whoa,
either
whoa,
build
whoa.
one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Okay, but let me just say something. She said about earning dollars. But this park is in England. That isn't particularly accurate. That's a bit of, yeah, we don't use dollars.
Poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's
Miffed.
because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat.
That's fine, we can deal
Select
with
a
that.
tiger and bring up its information panel.
I got it, love, I got it, don't worry. Don't
Rightio.
worry, love.
Click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the
So-
tigers need more of or less of
Need
in this
more
habitat.
short grass. Just do it nice. Too much short grass. Bit more
Right then.
soil.
All animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing.
There we go.
It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat.
They do, don't
To get
they?
a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia.
Native to
Although if you
Asia.
have to, you can get away with using just one or the other.
Okay,
The
Asia
tigers will
and...
also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those
Okay,
plants.
we'll do tropical
To
stuff.
find out which plants to use and how many,
And
select
temperate.
a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
Okay, so they don't like any of these that are in here at the moment, do they?
Now, as you can see, some of the plants
Yeah.
currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger.
Let's get rid of
like
all
the
of this. Can I
wattle
select
bushes.
everything?
You can remove them if you want.
Can I not click that? How do I
You can find
unclick?
all of the plants you need in the nature
Okay.
section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see.
Okay, that's
In
fine.
this case,
I
that's
got it.
plants
I
from
got
the
it. It's all
rainforest
good.
or temperate biomes.
That there. Bracken. Love me some bracken. Oh, I got an itchy eye. Oh, I'm doing stuff though. I can't itch it. Oh, okay. Oh, what's happened there? There we go. Put some there. Put some here. Get it a little bit spread out. We'll get some trees in. We've already got that tree down at the moment, so we'll put a nice big elm tree right there. Another little elm tree here. Bamboo strips. Oh, I like that. We'll put that along here. Make that look quite covered, shall we say? Yeah, I like that. I'm a fan of that, actually. That's not bad. That's pretty good. And Bengal bamboo. Ooh, we'll have some banana palms. Okay. Maybe... I know this could be a lot better, but... Some rocks. Oh, she won't let me put rocks down. Okay, is that it? Is that all I have to do? What else do I need to do? Coverage. Ah, okay, I see. I understand. We need more trees. So, what else was... Grassland. Right. Got ya. So, Asia, grassland, temperate, tropical. What have we got now? There we go. We got some we haven't got different trees. We got coconut palms. Okay. That's good. We can do that. Put one there. Oh, hello. Amazing!
They say that good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the
Incredible.
neighbors is a Bengal tiger.
Incredible.
Still, those
Won't let me
tigers
place
look
anymore.
so happy that I doubt they'd leave. Even if you did poke a hole in their
Okay.
fence. Oh, but for heaven's
Incredible.
sake, don't test that theory.
Okay.
Right, let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Okay, I'm afraid we're going to have to wait for that, because I am going to end this episode here for now. Oh gosh, you're going up the tree. Hello. Oh, do you like it up there, sir? Oh, ma'am. You a ma'am or... That's new from the beta. I didn't see the tigers actually climbing the trees. That's incredible. But anyway, I think we're going to leave this episode here for now. But we will continue in the next one, or maybe I'll do a habitat build. We shall see. We'll see how I feel, see what you guys think of this video first. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. But I am so glad to be back in this game. Yeah, I know, buddy. I know. Me too. No, but I really am excited to play more of this. So I'll either take you guys into franchise mode or we'll continue the campaign. One or the other, or maybe both. Maybe we'll alternate. We'll see. Let me know if you want to see some something specific, like a certain animal that's in the game. Showcase some of the new ones that weren't announced before the release, and you know, all that fun stuff. We'll have a look, shall we? And let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you want to see. That'd be good. That'd be good. Anywho, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could like, comment, subscribe, share this video, I'd really appreciate that too. And I will see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.